Welcome back to the Be a Force podcast, brought to you by B Squared Management. I'm your host, Melissa Lopez, and on today's episode, I've got with me Michelle Hanna. Now, Michelle is a relationship coach. She does life coaching. She is teaching us how to love ourselves as well. Plus, she's an author, and she's accomplished so much in the field that is helping people all over. And I'm really looking forward to dive into all of that. But first, I have to ask you, how are you, Michelle? How's your quarantine going?
Oh my gosh, it has been a journey. It really has. It has had some ups and downs. I did have a little COVID-19 scare where it turns out being pneumonia. But, when you go in and they actually observe you, they're like, oh, we've seen these, so many cases that unless you have to have like a tube down your throat and you can't breathe, we're not really testing. So based on what we see, we're going to treat you for COVID-19 and you need to quarantine for like 14 days. And so if your husband isn't around you, then he has to quarantine as well too. He can't go anywhere. And, I can't even put into words what you feel in that moment. You're thinking all kinds of things because it's like, okay, can you please test me because I need to know this for sure. You just told me something that's major. And so I didn't even end up getting tested until about 70 days after going through, the issues with breathing and the dry cough and just feeling so weak. And just, constantly hearing like you cannot look at the internet. Like I could not watch any TV at that point because that was just making it worse. And then we were finally able to get tested, my husband and I. And so on the 10th day, we found out that we were negative and they started to treat me, as if I had pneumonia. But I have to tell you, I'm a cancer survivor, and that is the scariest thing that I have ever been through in my life. But I will say this, what it resulted in for me was really taking some much needed time to really self-reflect, to really look at the bigger picture in this, and to try just to see all the positivity in such a state of emergency.
Yeah, and that is what makes it so scary. Because they keep saying, like, if you had underlying health conditions and things like that. And so I can imagine you being a cancer survivor, that heightens the fear already and understanding of, like, what's happening with your body at a time where there's this mass hysteria going on. But I'm really happy to hear that you are doing fine and you have recovered and you're able to, like, breathe, like, breathe afterwards and know, like, all right, I'm okay.
Yes.
So I'm happy to hear that. Good. So
Thank you. I'm happy too.
yeah, I bet. Yeah, of course.